Act 2. I'm your host, Pam Renner from A Common Thread Production, inviting you into my corner of faith and life. This isn't just a podcast, it's a living book. Here, we walk through life's chapters together, celebrating victories, learning through struggles, and discovering the faith that carries us forward. Each week, we open a new chapter, a new story, a new lesson. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you found your way to this page. Think of this as a living book, where every episode becomes a chapter, every story brings new insight, and every conversation is an opportunity to grow. My hope and my prayer is that each one of you, my page turners, finds a piece of yourself within these chapters. A moment that speaks to your heart, strengthens your faith, and reminds you that your story still matters.
Live from Caterina Valentina Salon in St. James, New York. She's the breakout author of Scenes from the Play of My Life, Act 1, a fearless influencer, a faith-fueled powerhouse, and a voice igniting purpose across generations. This is the podcast that brings real stories, real faith, and real fire to the forefront. Get ready to be inspired. Get ready to be fired up. Get ready to rise. This is Pam Renner Live. And now, here she is, Pam Renner.
Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I have my special guest Kelly in the studio today. I'm very excited. And welcome. I got to chill even before I came on, and that means angels are validating even before we started this show. It's a very special show today. Kelly means a lot to me. I know I really believe in what she comes with, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But today we're going to enter Act 2, a living book, Chapter 4, Starting Over Quietly. I'll read, and then we'll open it up for Q&A. This isn't just a book, it's a living conversation. It's for you and me, all you page turners, where we share, reflect, and grow together. Okay, so let's begin. I always like to show off my book. I'm so proud of my book, the purple lavender.
Beautiful.
Right? It's the Holy Spirit color.
Very nice, Pam.
Thank you. Here's Lana in the back. She's all smiles. Kelly's all smiles. Okay, here we go. So God works in mysterious ways. We met with the landlord and his wife from the cafe. We told them our plans and how we were trying to get back on our feet, how we were just waiting on funding. They listened, really listened. And then something unexpected happened. He had the entire basement renovated for us at no charge, a blessing we didn't see coming. They believed in us, not just in what we were saying, but in the work we had already put in, the way we showed up, and the way we cared about the cafe. The flower shop was different. The landlord had 4 sisters and also had ownership in the building, and every decision had to go through them as well. It was complicated in a way we couldn't argue our way out of it. We understood it, but understanding didn't change what we needed: help, time, and relief from costs we simply couldn't carry. Our argument stayed the same. We didn't own the building. How could we be responsible for replacing everything damaged by the superstorm? Walls, ceiling, floors, all of it. But there was no moving past it. It was a losing battle. To make things more overwhelming, we were still tied to both leases. Neither landlord would release us, and neither would change the terms, even though none of this had been out of our control. Still, the cafe, the landlord at least stayed open to our conversation. As time went on, both landlords pressed for rent, current rent, and past rent. Sam and I didn't know how to respond anymore. Violet, our forensic accountant, stepped in and tried to explain everything for us. On paper, it was simple. Business is business, rent is rent. But nothing about it felt simple to us. The flower shop couldn't even open its doors. Everything inside was still trapped. One more? And what Storm had left behind. Days started to blur. Sam and I barely have left the apartment. It was hard to step outside without being surrounded by it again. The flower shop right above us, the cafe just around the corner, everything we had built was still there, just not what it used to be. We knew something had to change. We couldn't stay like this. We needed to start moving forward. We needed to heal, but how? I found myself praying in a way I hadn't before. not for things, not for answers, but for something deeper, for strength, for understanding. I knew I had to pray for spiritual growth. I just got to chill. Ooh, I love that. Because I didn't want to lose my faith in God or in myself more than I already had. But even in that, it wasn't simple. It had been almost 6 months since the storm, and I was starting to lose hope that things weren't going to change anytime soon. Still, I kept telling myself there had to be a way through it. I had to keep going, even when I wasn't sure how. I had to persevere, don't give up, even if I didn't fully understand it now, and how to do that. The very next day, Sam got a call from her ex-sister-in-law, Grace, asking how we were doing. Sam and Grace had been married to the twin Romano brothers and had remained close even after the divorce. Life has changed for all of them, but the connection between them never really did. That week, we met for dinner downtown, Sam and I, Grace, and her husband, Paulie. Before dinner, we stopped by the cafe and the flower shop. They had both seen it before the storm, so they already knew what it once was. But seeing it now was different. You could see it in their faces as we walked through. No one needed to say much. They truly felt for us. Knowing the time, the money, and everything we had poured into it, only to be standing in what was left behind. That's when Grace and Paulie told us they thought the best thing we could do was leave. Start fresh. They mentioned their building on 52nd Street and said there might be a few apartments available. Grace told us to call Ginger, the landlord's wife, who is also the building's realtor. With tears in her eyes, Grace said, "Girls, how could you face this devastation every day? It's heartbreaking." The next day, I called Ginger. She told me she was showing apartments at the end of the week, and there was only one left. Something in that moment clicked between Sam and I. We didn't even, I can't, I get so excited because I'm living this over again. It was such an amazing moment of seeing what's going to transpire just from that one phone call. Yeah. So something in that moment clicked between Sam and I. We didn't even have it say it out loud. Moving meant more than just a change of address. It would be a new beginning, a different environment, a change to start healing in a way we hadn't been able to before. It was Friday. We went to meet Ginger. The building had a doorman, a lobby that felt open and well kept, slightly outdated in places, but polished enough to feel like another world compared to where we've been living. As we stood there, Ginger mentioned that there was only one apartment left, PhD. PhD, I asked. As in penthouse? Yes, she said. I just gotta chill. My mind immediately went to what that meant, something far beyond what we could afford. Penthouse apartments were for people with money we didn't have, or so I thought. She started going over the details: 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a terrace, about 1,200 square feet, and the rent would be $5,000 a month. Sam and I looked at each other. No words were needed. We already knew what the other was thinking. We could make it work. We just had to stay hopeful, positive, keep the faith, and know this next step would be the right one. I have chills up and down. It's just so amazing when you keep the faith.
Big part of your life?
It is a big part, yes, in everyone's life. The risk, the hope, the faith, all sitting there in that silence, something unspoken between us. This was our chance. We were going to make it work. Can we see it? We asked. The second we walked in, we fell in love. Remember, Eve?
Yeah.
We fell in love.
Yeah, we did.
Lonnie, you saw the apartment too. Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
The balcony?
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
The kitchen was just to the left of the entrance, tucked behind a wall. The short hallway opened into a dining room area on one side and a living room on the other. Windows wrapping around the space, light coming in from everywhere. A sliding glass door led out to the terrace. I didn't even stay inside long. I went straight out. Not many New York City apartments. Chill. I'm getting so many chills. Maybe because it's Kelly's here. Her energy's around us. Not many New York City apartments have terraces. And the second I stepped outside, I just stood there for a second. It wasn't just excitement. It was something deeper. Like I was finally finding my way back to myself. Something in me felt home again. The terrace was narrow but long. We were on the 16th floor, surrounded by tall skyscrapers on every side, but somehow it still felt open. We were facing the Pepsi-Cola sign with the East River just a few avenues away. I stood there for a second, just taking it in. The view took my breath away. I could already see it. Mornings on the terrace, ice cream tea in hand, looking at the water with the city. Oh, I got to chill. Wrapped all around me. And the more than that, dinners, friends, laughter filling up the space. It didn't just feel like an apartment. It felt like a way forward. We met up with Grace and Paulie for dinner to tell them what we thought. That's when Grace mentioned something unexpected. The landlord didn't care much for their family. It threw me for a second, but we had to figure it out. We had figured it out. The lease would be in my name. We laughed like it was nothing, but I could feel it underneath, the quiet pressure of it all, how much this really mattered. Then reality crept in. My credit had taken a hit after the storm, and just like that, doubt followed. What had felt possible a moment ago suddenly didn't. I had to remind myself that if this is meant for us, it would happen. By Monday, we're back with Ginger going over paperwork. A wave of panic hit me at the thought of the credit check. I had done my part. The rest I had placed in God's hands. I signed everything. My mind racing. There was nothing left to do but wait. That night, Sam and I prayed. That's what I talked about before the prayer. There was nothing else we could do but trust it would work out. The next morning around 10 a.m., Ginger called. I answered, already holding my breath. No hello, no small talk, just went straight into it. I'll never forget this. Like it was yesterday. Your credit sucks. Just right out. There's no way I can get you approved for this lease. My heart dropped. I knew there was only one thing I had to do. Tell her the truth. No pieces of it, all of it. The storm, the losses, everything that I've been through. I said to her I could pay the rent without any issues. I just needed someone to believe in me. I sent her photos of the loft I was living in, what I'd been trying to maintain, how I kept it together while everything else in life was unraveling. I wasn't just showing her the apartment. I needed her to see me inside of it. I said I'd take care of that apartment like it deserved to be taken care of. And then I stopped for a moment, almost without meaning to. Something in me was changing quietly in a direction I hadn't planned. The idea didn't seem like mine. It felt given. I believe that was God guiding me in that moment. And then it came out of me before I could second guess it. Would it help if I used my flower company as a co-signer? Neither one of us said anything for a moment. Chill again. Oh my God. Then she told me she needed a little time to talk it over with her husband. And just like that, the call ended. About an hour later, my phone rang. My heart dropped. Everything in me went still at the same time, like my body reacted before my thoughts could catch up. I had put everything out there. There was nothing left to explain, nothing left to prove. All I could do now was stay positive, keep the faith, regardless of the outcome. I'm not sure what she said when she went to her husband, but whatever it was, it made a difference. I got the apartment. I'm not sure what she said. Oh, I'm going to repeat it again because I'm so excited. And I can't ignore what led up to that moment. Even before the call, there was that unexpected thought that came into me about using my flower company as a co-signer. It wasn't something I planned or worked out. Looking back now, I see God was all over it. There's no doubt in my mind. Working through Ginger, through the moment, through everything I couldn't control or even see happening on my behalf. It came as a blessing right when I needed it most. Now I could start to rebuild, start over, and in some quiet way begin to heal at the same time. Everything moved quickly after that. Within 2 weeks, we packed up the apartment, box after box, going through what we had to take and what we had to leave behind. Quietly stepping away from a place that had once meant so much to us. The movers came first thing in the morning, and by early afternoon, I was gone. We left without telling either landlord we were leaving. No goodbye, no explanation. Like thieves in the night, quietly. Disappear into the life we never planned for, while everything we built was left behind, no longer ours to hold. I never imagined I'd be that kind of person, just leave like that. But sometimes life corners you into decisions you never planned to make, and you just need to do what you have to do. And deep down, I felt God was guiding us through it. And before we knew it, it was over. I felt it leave my body, the pressure, the weight I've been carrying inside since the storm, slowly lifting like something finally letting go of me. For the first time in a long time, I could breathe, really breathe. We took a cab over and arrived at the building not long after. And when I walked into that new apartment, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. It was filthy. Remember, Eve?
Yes, I do.
Filthy.
Couldn't believe it.
When we first came to look at the apartment, 4 guys were still living there. There were things everywhere, so we didn't really go through anything. We didn't open closets or the refrigerator. It didn't feel right. It was still their space. Now that it's empty, everything showed itself. Dust everywhere. Kitchen cabinets stains, sticky when you open them. The Sub-Zero refrigerator the same way. Something you wouldn't notice until it's empty. The bathrooms, I just stood there. No words.
Oh,
And if you know me, you know I don't do toilets. That's scenes act 1. Sam said she'd handle it if I did the floors and the kitchen, so that's what we did. We put the boxes out on the terrace so we could have space to work. The weather was on our side, and I remember thinking this was power, choir abundance, happening exactly when we needed it to. That night I lie in bed, and for the first time I didn't feel stuck in what was behind me. I felt what was ahead. The way it all came together, Ginger, the timing, the opportunity, I could see it clearly. God had been moving the whole time. Even when I couldn't see it, even when I didn't understand it, everything lined up the way it needed to. I left without anyone stopping me, without confrontation, without things falling apart the way they could have. I was protected. Chill. And yes, I felt it, the weight of leaving the way I did, not being able to explain, not being able to close that chapter the right way. But in my heart, I knew this is the way it had to happen. And when sometimes things fall into place like that, quietly, seamlessly, you don't question it. You trust it. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that even in the middle of everything falling apart, God is always making a way. You just don't see it yet. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and the streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:19. And looking back, I could see it now. God was there in every step. And that ends chapter 4. So does anybody have, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any comments? Anybody resonate with it? Do they have a story they want to tell that's,
Well, first of all, somebody has a question. They want to know what kept your faith so strong during those trying times.
Look at my face. Because it was being shown to me. I was doubting myself. And when we went that night, we prayed, and our prayer was answered within 24 hours. And Grace happened to call out of nowhere to see where we were. It just restored my faith that God was listening to what we were taught, what we needed and what we wanted. He knew what was in our hearts. So does that answer the question?
And we also have a chat comment. It's from Rochelle.
Hi, Rochelle. That's my sister. I love you.
She says it was a beautiful place and lots of great memories.
Yes, great memories. Absolutely.
And Lori has a comment.
Lori, as in Laureen or Lori?
Lori.
Lori Calarca.
Hi, Lori is my cousin. I love you. Welcome.
She kind of contradicts you a little bit. She says, love that apartment.
Oh, the loft?
We had such
I
great-
know. No, the PhD.
Yes.
We had such great memories there.
Oh, we sure did, especially with the wig. Mhm.
And Rochelle says, love you too.
Aw, love it. Anybody in the studio audience have anything to say or no pressure? There's no pressure. I just don't leave anybody out. Make sure everybody's part of this whole conversation.
I do remember the night I went with Caroline.
Oh, and we had the bird. We had Harry on the
Yeah,
terrace.
yes. And I remember going on the terrace and seeing the Coca-Cola sign.
Oh,
It was such a nice
Pepsi-Cola.
night.
And the water in the
Oh, it was
background
beautiful. That was a
and the beautiful skyscrapers
place.
around us.
beautiful.
We
And
just-
the way you had it decorated was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. We had plants out there. We had zero gravity chairs and
Yeah.
tables.
Yeah, you needed a home.
Yep, AstroTurf down to make it warmer. It was great.
Love that.
I used to make a little snowman in the wintertime and turn them upside down on the terrace. Or like this big. It was really great place. Great memories. Absolutely great memories.
And Lori also says, love you, Joe, PhD.
Love you, Joe.
And we have Sophia Renna.
Hi, Sophia, my niece. I love you. Hi, Sophia.
She still remembers falling asleep on the couch at PhD.
That's true.
And Stevie.
Stevie, yes, our dog Stevie. She just got the American Girl doll. You know how expensive those are? So he bit her toe off or the foot off. So we had to go pay for this doll that she just bought less than 12 hours ago.
The dog had to go to the
We had to go doll hospital. An American Girl. This is a true story. I was like, are you kidding me?
Sophia also says, I also still think about those novelty Rice Krispies you guys got.
Oh, there's a place on the Upper East Side that made these amazing Rice Krispie treats because she's dairy. She can't have dairy, and they don't make it with dairy. They were amazing. They were so pretty. You didn't want to eat them.
And
Yeah.
she also disagrees, not a part of her foot, but the whole foot.
Oh, the whole foot. Sorry, the whole foot. It came out of his allowance. He didn't have treats for weeks. He didn't go to daycare for weeks. So, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And daycare.
Right, it's one or the other. Good old memories, great memories, great memories, great memories.
Very nice.
Well, thank you everybody for your comments. I have a great guest that I cannot wait to bring up, so we'll be right back.
Page turners, it's time to turn the page. Up next.
I'm really honored. I'm excited. Oh. I'm really honored to introduce you to Kelly Margaret. She's a master level Reiki practitioner, a deeply gifted intuitive, someone who truly embodies the work she shares. I have chills up and down my body right now. Angels are validating. Through her private practice, she creates powerful healing spaces with Reiki, sound healing, and meditation, guiding people back into alignment, clarity, and a deeper connection with themselves. She's truly an inspiration. Come up and join us in the page turners, Kelly. Are we okay where we are? This is live TV.
So far.
Isn't she beautiful though? Look at her.
Beautiful.
She's like an angel, right?
Like a little fairy.
Thank
I
you
know,
so
little
much
fairy.
for inviting me to be here.
Of course.
You are an inspiration.
Thank
Everything
you.
that you've been through, and you still come through with that fighting spirit, and your faith carries you through. And to me, that's very healing.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
I mean it.
We know each other for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Through the Wellness Center.
Mhm.
You want to push over? Am I okay here?
Yep.
Okay.
Kelly.
So Kelly worked with us in the Wellness Center, and you did perform Reiki sessions, and also you're intuitive.
Yes.
And you tell the page turners, tell them a little bit about yourself and,
Sure.
and Reiki and
So I have a studio and I do Reiki. It's just really nice. I mean, Reiki, for those that don't know, it's a Japanese healing technique that promotes complete relaxation and stress reduction. And the goal of a practitioner is to restore the balance within the body, the energy flow, so that your body actually has the ability to heal itself. So I do that. And of course, doing any kind of work where you're sort of in somebody's energy, you can't help but intuitively sort of
feel what they're
connect
feeling and
and-
connect.
yeah. So as a practitioner, it's my job to sort of feel the body and identify where in the body there's disease or an imbalance.
And it's all kind of, we were talking before this show came on, we're just going over your notes and stuff. And we discussed this, there's 7 chakras, right in your body,
Right.
and how they all play off each other.
They do. They do. So if any one of these chakras, and they are responsible for maintaining the balance and restoring, your body, mind, spiritual sort of well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And so any one or more of these, if they get blocked, it can create dis-ease within your body. And that can manifest itself as pain. It could be emotional pain. It could be a physical pain. So it's really, really important to keep your body sort of aligned.
But we also discussed about how like someone breaks your heart. Run that
Right.
down,
Okay.
how with each chakra, how they all
Sure.
there, how they all
Sure. So
play.
So the
Role in
root
that.
chakra, which is down below here, this is all about your safety and your security. So you can come into the world not feeling safe, not secure. And it could be something like a divorce in the family or abuse in the family, something like that.
Some kind of trauma.
Money, there's some sort of trauma that happens, and you just kind of grow up carrying that with you if you don't clear it. And then you have, so that could be one way.
Mhm.
And with the chakras, you can have imbalances in two ways. You can have excess energy or a deficiency in energy. Each one is an imbalance. So, and one of the easiest things I can probably tell you about would be the throat chakra. So if that one is, say, deficient, it might be somebody that doesn't speak their truth
It
or,
happened to me last week when I
yeah,
was doing my show, and I was like, it's like shock was like I was getting stopped, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
hold on.
right, because you weren't trusting maybe what you
Correct.
wanted to say, and
Correct.
it created sort of a little block for you. On the other hand, if it's excessive, it could be somebody who's talking too much and maybe not oversharing, I should say, oversharing
Right.
and maybe not listening.
But that usually covers something within them to when you overshare or
Yeah.
talk over something in yourself.
Right.
You speak about heart chakra, when your heart is broken from a relationship,
Mhm.
what do? You're gonna carry that to the next
The
relationship.
next
And you're
relationship.
gonna be coveted, you're gonna cover you're gonna protect yourself
Mhm.
because you don't want to get hurt again.
Right.
So with Reiki, it's, I speak for myself.
Yeah.
You gave me Reiki last month,
Mhm.
and I'm still doing it for my mom. And you felt something in my stomach. And you're like, what's with your stomach? I'm like, oh, my cortisol levels are going up because I'm a little stressed out. But you knew that. So intuitively, and we're all intuitive. Every one of us are
Mhm.
born
That's true.
with this intuition.
Yep.
It's whether we choose to open it and dive deeper into, for lack of a better word,
Right.
to understand it more, or keep it at bay. I dive in a little bit, but I keep it at bay too, because I don't really want to go that deep into it.
Right. And we were discussing earlier that some people, a lot of people, when they're first introduced or have these experiences, it's in childhood. So
Right.
it's really scary in childhood. You don't know what it is. Maybe the people around you don't know what it is, and when you try to tell it to them in the best way that you can, they don't understand you. So you kind
And
of
if you don't
block it
understand
off.
you, you block it. Like
Right.
my niece is on right now, Sophia. I talked about her today. When
Yeah.
she was little, about 4 years old, she would see this woman, like a mommy figure,
Mhm.
and she was scared of her. She'd be running in a corner, "Mommy, she's after me, she's after me." I gotta chill. And, because she was intuitive, she was seeing this person.
Right.
And not everybody believes in this, but it is truth, because we're all energy. And we're
Right.
all one and the same. So it just, again, like we talked about, whether we choose to see it, and it is
Right.
important that someone you're surrounded by supports you,
It's true.
because then it just becomes a bigger trauma as you get older in life. You
Right.
can't hold relationships, you may not be able to hold a job, maybe you become on drugs, alcohol, whatever it takes to mask, or because you're
That's
pushing everything down, right?
Yeah.
That's where she comes in.
Yeah, so Reiki is really wonderful. I will say this, it is not a substitute for any sort of medical
True.
treatment. It is a complement. It's a holistic sort of complement to that. And the science behind it is that it actually can change the physiology, right? So it takes you out of your fight or flight mode,
Mhm.
because it is about relaxing and balancing all of your energy centers. So like we talked about before, if you have a block in your heart, that's not balanced, right? So you're on, you're stressed. So to really let that flow and open that up is what
It's important.
it really
Because it's
is.
gonna go from your heart, and then it's gonna go to your stomach, wherever you hold your stress.
Right.
And then it's gonna go to this
Mhm.
chakra, because now you're telling yourself, no, I don't wanna get hurt again, and
Mhm.
I want to protect myself. So each chakra works with each other.
It does, and it can manifest as pain in your body. So maybe that shoulder pain, if you went to the doctor, they can't figure out, there's nothing on scans that will prove anything or reveal anything. It
That's
could
where you're holding your
be,
stress, that's where you're
Right.
holding everything in. You're
Exactly.
just trying to, you can't compress your feelings. After a while, it's gonna come up, it has to come out.
it's so
But
true.
explain how amazing is when you walk into your space. Your space is
Love
beautiful.
that space.
And exactly how not everybody knows what Reiki is. How do you
Right.
perform Reiki?
Okay.
Give them a visual.
So Reiki, it's really just a hovering of hands, right? So what you do, the space is really, really very nice. It's almost like a spa, right?
Mhm. Yep.
So there's soft music playing. I
The
use
lighting is
essential
just nice.
oils. The
Yeah.
lighting is really nice. you either lay on a table, a Reiki table, it's like a massage table, or you can sit in a chair depending on your physical needs. And basically, Reiki is just like this. It's me saying a prayer, it's channeling energy. And I would be acting as a guide to channel healing energy into your body. Okay, so I'm not interfering with your body at all. It's like this Reiki hovering. Or
You can feel, I just felt
felt
heat
that?
from you. I just felt heat from her.
Yeah.
I'm being totally honest.
Really?
Yeah.
and it also can be a light touch.
Right.
Right. So that's really what Reiki is. It's not, there's no manipulations, there's no pressure involved. And you basically just lie there and be open to receive and to heal. So then I will channel that energy into you, and I'm acting as like, I don't know,
A conduit?
A conduit, I was going to say.
Conduit,
Right.
yeah.
A conduit. And then I can feel. So I'll feel like a pressure or a tingling or a coolness or heat, or I'll just know, again, using
Your
my
intuitive ability.
Right.
So when you say intuitive, I know people, they have preconceived notions of like mediums and psychics and being intuitive. Again, we all have this gift. It's a gift
We
from
do.
God. It's everyone will have it.
We do.
So when I got a chill. And then when you do their show, you have a chill, that's the angel validating what we're saying. But when you're feeling connected with spirit and then with someone, is for myself, I know that certain people come through to you because you're feeling the pain maybe, or you're
Yeah.
feeling them around the person. I got a chill,
Sure.
it's such a chill.
That definitely happens a lot. So deceased loved ones do come through with messages, or I just get insights into what's going on with you. And it's all healing. It's all about giving you and delivering a message that is beneficial to you and that can help you heal whatever is bothering you.
Whoever's stopping you from
Yeah.
It's not about telling, your future. It's more about
No.
where you are at that moment.
Right.
And all you're doing is helping
Right.
the person that's on that table. You're there for a reason because you're hurting.
Right.
Whether it be physically, whether it be emotionally, and or trauma from the past, or because again, I believe it all comes up at some
It
point. It has to
does.
come up, has to come out.
It
And I think
does.
Reiki is the best way to heal.
It's one of the best ways, certainly.
Yeah, I
It
really
is.
agree with that.
That's why I think I'm inspired by you, because I see that you go through some stuff. We all do. I'm not
We all
saying,
do,
right.
yeah.
But you still try, you still go out there, and that's a very healthy way and a very balanced way to deal with it, because we're always going to be hit with something
Yeah.
that's going to knock us down in some way and block any one of these areas, right?
I have to say though, if it wasn't for my support team, my family, my friends, like I said in my last show, that makes a difference
It does.
because you need that
You do,
to
yeah.
pick you up so that when you doubt yourself,
Mhm.
because healing is hard. It's hard to face yourself.
It is. It is
Very, very hard. I made a lot of shadow work in the last 2 or 3 years and faced myself, things I didn't like about myself, and it's hard.
It's very hard.
But it's something that when you actually do it, you just feel like this weight lifted off of you, and you can just be you, and it doesn't matter.
Right. And it helps you to push forward. It doesn't stop you.
Absolutely.
It might slow you down, but it doesn't stop
Doesn't
you. I
stop
think
you.
that's what's important about it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So.
Does anybody have any questions for Kelly? I mean, this is such amazing stuff.
I
That's
love
such a
this
bad word,
stuff.
stuff, right?
Yes, Sophia would like to know, Kelly, how long does it take to learn to do Reiki?
Oh, well, thank you
Good
for your
question.
question, Sophia. It doesn't take very long at all. You just have to have the desire to do it, and I believe it is about 3 classes. So it's about 2 weekends, maybe 3 weekends.
Like a workshop,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
An intense workshop.
It's very intense workshop, because you're learning how to sense energy and feel energy. If you don't know how to do that, I mean, everyone has the ability to do that,
Right.
but it's so subtle. And even when, as a practitioner working on someone, it's subtle. It's not like it's hitting you over the head,
Correct, right.
So,
Yeah.
but it doesn't take all that long.
How long is a Reiki session?
Sessions.
Maybe she could have meant it that way. I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay.
which way she meant it.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
learning it or maybe giving it.
Okay,
So let's
so-
answer both.
Okay, fine. So a session is about an hour. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. And I do incorporate sound healing.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah. That's
I
always
love
good.
that. The sound healing, it's like, how do you do?
Well, it's
Like a xylophone? It's
That's what.
like a little fairy going. and you hear it in the distance while you're lying there, just so relaxed.
Well, again, I don't know if we finished talking about the session, right?
Okay.
But that's okay. I don't remember. So I was trying to set
This
this
is live TV. This is it.
Reiki Live.
So in the session, as we left off on the hands-on, and that's fine, but I also try to incorporate a meditation in the background. There's some sort of meditation music going on, and then I play some instruments also. So I have a crystal pyramid, which is really nice,
It
and
is nice.
so nice. And everything is
Yes.
energy, and what it does, the resonance from the sounds that you're hearing actually interact with the cells in your body, number one, because you're made up of a lot of water, right? So it rebalances and recalibrates that. In addition to your brain waves, it also does that as well. And it just sounds really nice.
But I feel it when you
Yeah.
do the sound. I feel that in my gut. I feel it.
Yes.
You know, it kind of like releases.
Mhm.
My last month with you,
Yeah.
when you did the sound, something like popped. Like I felt a pop. And you remember
It's a
sound?
release.
It was a
Yeah.
release
It's a release.
of just energy.
Mhm.
You don't realize how much energy you build up in your body
So
just
true.
from things that you've gone through and traumas and
Right. Right. Even just your daily life. You could be completely calm and then go out and, get into a little scuffle or whatever.
whatever.
Just,
Yeah.
just driving down the street, you could feel
Especially in
stressed.
Smithtown.
Yeah.
Driving Smithtown, forget it. No offense to anybody, it's our POV.
Right.
I'm just right. And St. James too. Okay, we'll put it in there.
So true.
Right?
Yeah.
We discussed today about being intuitive. I mean, did you want anything else you want to say before I move that?
That's very good.
So, this past weekend, I went to Sunken Meadow Parkway, and they had this. It was called a wind phone, and then an explanation next to it about you can talk to your loved ones and to the phone. So I was there at Robert, and they have a tree next to it where you can paint a shell and hang it up.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And I spoke on the phone to my mom, and I got home that night, and she bought me a clock years ago, one of my favorite clocks, very expensive, something that she wouldn't spend on herself, but she did for me, and I was very grateful. So it means a lot to me, so now that she's not here. And the clock, I had the clock since 2006 or 8, never fell in any, I got a shell, in any apartment or any home that I owned. It fell and it broke. I'm heartbroken. So I spoke to the the clock person. She said hopefully she could fix it. So that was okay. Then the next day, there's a painting in my bedroom, and I was reading my book out loud. That's how I edit. I read so you can hear if there's a mistake or grammar, whatever. And all of a sudden, this picture goes down. It falls down. And I'm like, okay, Mom, I know this is her because that picture, when she came to visit me, my sister Shelley, I said, I really want that picture. She said, well, go get it. I said, you don't think about it. The next day I did get it, and she was so happy that I got it. So then I went to bed last night, and I couldn't sleep. And I was talking to my mom, and because her anniversary, so I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, so talking to my mom, and I'm saying to her, when the last conversation I had was a real conversation face to face, I said, I'm sorry I didn't ask you about yourself and how you felt. I can't really get into it because I don't want to get emotional. But I said, I'm sorry. And I said, Mom, do me a favor. If you hear what I'm saying to you, there's a lot more I said, but again, I don't want to get emotional about it. And I said, Mom, do me a favor. Don't break anything anymore. Come to me in a more abstract way. I said, Mom, how about a hummingbird? I got chills, Kelly.
Yeah.
Mom, I said, why don't you come as a hummingbird? Show me a hummingbird, because I've been trying to see hummingbirds. Robert and I went to the park. There's no hummingbirds. When I had my house in Issaquah, I had 4 hummingbirds every single day. I mean, sugar water. They were beautiful. Shelley, you know that. I get up at 6 a.m. He was already up. I said, aren't you going to go? Why are you up? Oh, I can't sleep. I can sleep. I said, yeah, no, okay. And she goes, oh, Pam, by the way, the general store has hummingbird plates. I said, what did you just say to me? She goes, look, I got a chip. Look, it's hummingbird plates. I was like, wow, Mom.
Wow.
So I was just blown away. So what that says to me is, again, with healing with Reiki, this is my way of healing with my mom, healing through loss, healing through the grief. And the more you speak to someone, we spoke about
Right.
that, you can talk to people. We're all energy. You can talk to
You can keep that connection
going. That's being intuitive is what I'm trying to get to. You're intuitive. I gotta get these chills. You're intuitive Everyone is, as long as you're open to it and know that there's never an ending to this. They're not here physically,
Right.
but they're all around us.
But they are. And they will show you signs just like that.
As long as I don't break anything.
Yeah.
But isn't that amazing? I couldn't believe it. I thanked her. I said, Mom, thank you so much. I know she's always here on my show. I have a photo of her right there with me. She's always everywhere around. And my sisters, I know she's with my sisters too. But
That's amazing.
Yeah. Anyone have any other questions for Kelly or?
Kelly, somebody has a question about with Reiki. When is the best time of the day
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good question.
Yeah.
to get it?
Yes. Well, I think as far as the time of day, I think it's more important that you're relaxed and you're not going to have to run out and go do chores or anything after a Reiki session. It's really important that you set time, to be able to have this really nice, beautiful, relaxing experience and then remain relaxed for the rest of the day, if possible. So if at night that works better for you, that would work. Or, anytime really, but again, you want to be able to
Relax.
you want to be able to
Yeah.
process what just happened to you and really just be calm and quiet, because that's how you'll feel after the session.
Well, because you also, whatever you hear and whatever you feel, you discuss with
I do.
the person.
Right.
And that takes some, time to
Processing.
process it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does. And
Yeah.
sometimes people want to really reflect after
Mhm.
that because things come up, emotions come up.
And they always do.
Right.
They always do. And when Eve had her session with you last month,
Mhm.
Eve, 3 days, Eve was crying, just constant crying, not all day, but just
Yeah.
releasing all
Something-
that you stirred,
Right.
things that were blocked,
Right.
you
So
unblocked
something,
them.
right. Something became in balance.
Right.
So from being out of balance, and it creates emotion. So Eve probably has some trapped emotions in her body that needed to be let out.
Lisa.
Right?
Yeah. It's just, that's why I love Reiki. It's just really important how this
It
really
is.
helps with healing.
It really is.
It just takes anything that's been hidden inside of you and just gets it up. Again, it's work. It is work.
Yeah, it is.
It takes
What
work.
I love about Reiki is that most of us are in our fight or flight mode throughout the day. And what Reiki does, it changes that physiology. It takes you out of your autonomic nervous system and shifts it into your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and repair mode.
Which we all need.
We do.
And drink a lot of water afterwards.
Yes.
You want to just definitely want to cleanse it out. And,
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's really, really important.
yes. I think you have time for one more question, right? Anybody?
Rochelle says it was great to learn about Reiki, and she thanks you for that.
Thank you.
And when she comes down to New York, she would love to visit you.
I would love that.
We can have a group session.
We can.
Hey, tell everybody that,
Yeah.
what you do.
So I do offer private sessions, but also group sessions, which are really not good fun.
Like our group, we have
Yeah.
like six people all of
We
us
do.
together.
Mhm.
And then at the end of our group session, we all discuss with each other.
Right.
And it's a nice place, it's a safe place, you can just be yourself and, and we're
It
all
is.
doing it together,
I
so
know.
it's nice.
It's very healing.
It's very
And
healing.
it's very eye-opening. I think you learn about yourself.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Did you have a question, Lana?
Like, how is the group session, like, how is that? Because it's an hour session for like one person, so how would it be for a group?
Well, so for group, it would be, I usually like people sitting either in some sort of a circle. Yeah. I have like zero gravity chairs that I use.
Like them, the
this
salt room is
way.
zero gravity?
Right, just like the salt room, you're right. So then I would work sort of behind everybody's heads. Obviously I can't reach certain body parts in that type of chair, but Reiki is really more about intention. You're still going to feel healing, even if I'm away from you.
Absolutely.
I don't need to touch you. I don't even need to be all that close to you. It's the intention, and it's me channeling the energy into you. So I can do a whole room. And actually, Reiki can be done distant healing. You can send it to somebody in Florida and heal them.
Because the intention.
Right.
Because
It's
the
all about
intention.
intention. So
When we did a group, you touched on everybody, and the women that were in this group, and men too, but I know you want to be one part of it too, but you pinpointed for each person an area in their body and someone that came through intuition. Yes, that's how, that's
it's powerful.
It's very powerful,
It is.
very
When you say
powerful.
focus on one area, could it be more than one area that this person is blocked?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I usually do a little bit, I do a body scan and I go through all the chakras in my mind and I feel, and I ask, is this blocked? Is this open? Is this blocked? And I get my answer and then I know where in your body that I need to focus. Mhm.
And this is the crown chakra.
Right?
This is the, no,
Third eye,
third eye,
Yeah.
throat,
heart,
heart, sacral,
solar plexus,
solar plexus, and then
sacral,
root. So it all acts together.
That's right.
They have to play off one another.
Mhm. Right.
It's amazing. That's why I was so looking forward to this
Yeah.
podcast because I know this can help so many people
Can.
that don't understand Reiki or they've had Reiki. Because sometimes you can have a Reiki session that doesn't really work that well. I've had that done too. Yes.
Well, you have to connect with the practitioner.
Correct.
And it depends on you have to be ready and willing
And open.
and open to just, like not lower your expectations, but
Be vulnerable.
be vulnerable
Be
and be
vulnerable.
open to receiving whatever you need in that moment. Right? Don't expect, I need this, and then,
Nothing's going to happen like this because it's work. I mean, Kelly may give you how do I explain that? You feel intuitive to someone, and you may feel something and say, you may put a seed, for lack of a better, seed in you to say, okay, this is what I felt. So now you're going to go home and you're going to go through this whole Reiki session and say, okay, so she mentioned a seed and she planted that seed.
Mhm.
So now what am I going to do with it? So it's up to you to continue to heal that. And you can always go back to Kelly group or you can go one-on-one. I go every 60 weeks to see Kelly.
Right.
Because it's important and I really believe in it.
It is. And I encourage people to journal. Sometimes we'll do
Oh,
journaling
absolutely.
before the session to check in with yourself, see how you're feeling in the moment, and then after the session, how do you feel now? What's different? What came up?
That's the best. I love doing that because you can see you can see the progress in that 1 hour.
Mhm.
And other people's stories with your story,
Right.
so you don't feel so alone.
Yeah, and that's what I love about
Yeah, group. I do too.
Yeah.
Because everybody shares their story with
Mhm.
one another. You're not alone.
It's powerful.
It's very
It is.
powerful because no one's exempt from any of this.
Right.
We're all human. We all have the
Right.
same hurts and traumas and everything else. So
Right. We can all relate. So being vulnerable isn't so scary in a group.
in a group, but by yourself could be, unless you
It
trust.
can be,
can.
but some people prefer the one-on-one. So, and if you
I like both.
I do
mean,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depends what mood I'm in, or if I'm feeling from being social. I'll just group.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want this to end. I'm loving every minute of this. We have room for just one more small question for Kelly, then we have to go to commercial break. Len, anybody else have anything to say?
There's another question about the heart chakra,
Mhm.
and that is it more important than the others, considering it's the central part of the body, or is it just as important as the other chakras?
It's a great
Good
question.
question.
Yeah. I think they're all important because you're walking in this one body, so they all have to sort of be aligned to work and function optimally. But I will say, I think most people can relate to the heart and when it's blocked or imbalanced because we all get hurt. This is emotions and how we relate to everybody in
Internalize that.
relationships, right? So because we are constantly interacting with one another, this probably is the one that I find is the most blocked for most people. There's
Agreed.
always something here. I can feel something here all the time. So I do work on that a lot. That was a great question.
Very good question. I hate to let you go, but I have to let you go. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Oh, so great.
Hey.
Love her.
Thank you, Kelly.
If you find yourself in an area,
That was
please, I'll
Yeah,
share
thanks.
in the description, I'll put your information
Okay, great.
so they can contact you directly, but she's
That would be
amazing. And we'll be right back. That question you just saw during the break, does it resonate with you? And if the answer doesn't, isn't immediate, that's okay. Sit with it after the episode and reflect on it. So I created 4 books of 52 motivational axioms and scriptures you can open up anytime. So this week, Eve and Robert, or anyone in my studio, will choose a book and a number that will guide us to the message we need. Are we ready? Okay, so these are the books. Who wants to pick the book this week? Me, anybody?
Illuminations.
Illuminations. Okay, so Robert Illuminations. All right, Kelly, number from 1 to 52.
How about 48?
48. Ooh, okay. So these books are just meant to be picked up, and you don't have to go in order. You just pick up the book, random, pick a number like we just did, 48. Ooh, this is good. Haters have something they want or aspire to be. Channel that energy to becoming that something. Ooh.
Very nice.
I didn't remember writing these. This is like I wrote this.
Can you put that up there again?
Oh, I'm
Pam?
sorry, sure.
You did that, took it away quickly.
Illuminations.
And then number 48.
Page 48.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
40,
so people can
absolutely,
read it.
absolutely. So this is meant to take you for the week to motivate you, just encourage you. Up higher, sorry. Up high, down low, too slow. Is that good? Yep. Okay. Okay, and with that, we close today's chapter. What a great, great podcast. But remember, the story doesn't end here. Next week, we turn the page again. Thank you, page turners, for being a part of this living book. And thank you, God, for guiding this journey, opening doors, and bringing all of us together. I'm truly grateful. I have so many chills. It's amazing. If today's message spoke to your heart, please like and share it. This channel can help other people who truly may need, I can't even get it out because I'm so excited, need it. But live the 5 Ps: path, pray, positive, power, and my favorite,
Persevere.
and let faith lead the way. Next week, we're joined by Lily, a 16-year-old Smithtown East student studying cosmetology at Wilson Tech, and we're getting Katerina Valentina Salon with big dreams in beauty and psychology. A special thank you to behind the scenes team. Give them a hand. Eve and Robert, thank you for making this podcast what it is. I couldn't do it without both of you. I love you. Until next time, keep turning the page. And thank you, Lana, for coming in. And Kelly.